And welcome to. He's looked dumb. Sorry about that. And welcome to Underground Horror Radio here on, well, YouTube. And also on AnchorFM.com. And soon, very, very soon, I know I promised this when I did the last unboxing, we will have UndergroundHorrorRadio.com live very, very, very soon. Before the end of the month for sure. So yeah, anyway, welcome to another unboxing. It's been a crazy, crazy month so far. Went to Fright Nights, went to Enigma Hunt for my anniversary. And so for today, I wanted to, get in the theme more of Halloween. So this time it's Funko Pops, but as you can see, this is going to get really cool though. Really weird quickly though. So this is what we're going to do. Are you ready? Besides that. Ta-da! Yes. So we're going to open up some Castlevania pop, and then we're going to open up another one. But I already gave it away, but whatever, who cares? There we are, based on the Castlevania TV show, which is on Netflix. A couple other ones. Got Alucard, a couple other guys. So, Castlevania, if you don't know, is series is based on this video game that came out in the 80s. From Konami on Nintendo. And it was called Castlevania, and it was about this family, the Belmonts, and they're vampire killers. And, you go through all this stuff, like the game, I'll move out of the way. So you have all this stuff going on, and you get to Dracula's castle. And you got to fight Dracula. They spawned off many, 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 many sequels, including a lot for Game Boy and various systems from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3, pretty sure. And they just released a whole collection of I think everything up until Symphony of the Night. So that was the famous one on PlayStation 1, which they have on PS2 and they have on Xbox. So let's crack this fucker open. Halloween, right? So yeah, I am a big fan of Dracula. Well, first of all, I kind of like the fact that Dracula is a public figure, as in public domain. So yeah, if you're not Universal, you can't go around and using, say, a Universal Dracula, per se. But you can use Dracula in different ways. And that's why there's so many different versions of Dracula and literature and everything from comics to stuff from Universal to stuff like Konami, which was made in Japan, is because it's free use. It's Dracula. Same thing with Dracula. You can do that with Frankenstein's monster, based on the Mary Shelley book. You can do, I'm not 100% sure about Creature of the Black Lagoon, but I think you can, because they used Gilman in the Shape of Water and the Monster Squad, and that was not made by Universal. So it's kind of cool with all the liberties with it. So this is the anime, because the show isn't an anime, but it's very animated like it could be. It's American animation though. And this is him. This is goddamn Dracula, Vlad Tepes. He looks a little bit different from the game poster there, but look, I'm disappearing. But it's kind of cool, right? He's got a cool cape. He's got one hand out because he is like the lord of the undead here. And, it makes him super cool. And I dig it. So these are all over the place. I got it for like maybe 10, 12 bucks. That isn't bad. Not for a pop. I'm not really, you know what I mean? It's cool. It's a vampire pop. It's Dracula. It's a vampire. Our sponsors from Mass and Dark Desires Radio. Big fan of vampires. So looking forward to that. And speaking of vampires, as I was looking around for pops at the mall, this caught my eye, and I'll put it back up. Nope. There we go. So what you don't know that maybe is from a book I read a long time ago um, from my buddy, and it was all the comics that were included into one big volume, and it was Batman versus Dracula. It's not in canon with anything. It's in DC. It's what they call an Elseworld, where it's like an alternate reality type of thing, different Earth kind of thing. They had one story. I guess the best way to explain it is like one called The Nail, where the Kents who discovered Clark, Superman when he was a baby, didn't make it to there because they had a nail in their, in their tire, and after that, somebody else discovered Clark, Superman, and Kal-El, and they just they raised him differently. So just one little incident changed things. So in this, Batman fought Dracula, which is awesome. And in doing so and defeating him, he became a vampire. And he was trying to do what he wanted to do as a good guy, but the hunger and everything took over, and he became a psycho killer and all that. So, for Batman's 80th anniversary, they have all these different Batman pops. They have one, I think, pretty sure it was the Michael Keaton Batman from Batman 89. So this is Batman Red Rain, who is a fucking badass vampire. And he just looks cool. The pop just looks cool. So when I saw this, out of all the other Batman pops, and I love Batman, don't get me wrong, I'm like, no, this is perfect for Halloween. Like this has got to happen. And oh, that's the background. So yeah, if I could get him out. Maybe he wasn't meant to be out because he's like a special edition thing. But very cool. So he's got blood. His eyes are red like Dracula's. He's kind of like he can fly. Yeah, he's a vampire. And that's his back. He's got all these bones and stuff, and his cape's alive, kind of. But yes, that is Batman as a badass vampire. Is that not cool? So between Dracula and Vampire Batman, we got a pretty good vampire thing going here. I would love them to make a figure of this. Like, they have all these DC ones. I would like a figure of him, like done by either Mezco or McFarlane or Nika. One of them. I think that would be cool. But we got pops out of it, so that's awesome. So anyway, that's going to do it for today. We got more coming. It's a little late, but, we're trying. But yes, so very awesome. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for undergroundhorrorradio.com, which is very, very soon. Don't forget to check out. We're also on, like I said, Podbean, Anchor FM, here on YouTube, and also on Mixcloud, along with Lost After Midnight. So enjoy. Thank you, everybody, and have a good weekend.